Welcome back to the channel, guys. Had a bit of a delay from our last videos, but we have a new shop now. So just been doing this, getting the shop all good, and as you can see, there's a table in front of our Chaser. So you can get a little update on that. We put our last engine together. We made a little bit more power than the stock internals can handle. Ended up twisting the rods at the small end. So now we have almost our new setup back. We're waiting on our 3.4 stroker kit. So this is all going to go back together, have a new billet ABM pan. The upper pan's all coated, and we're just putting it back together with the original turbo setup we had. But for today's video, we are going to install these Kabuki Tech Mirrors. So already installed this side just to kind of figure out the wiring pin out to make sure it works, because it kind of just gives you these instructions here, but nothing on the actual car side. So I can get over there to this side and just verify pinout's the same, and how to take off the door panels and get the new mirrors on. But as for reference, they give you the proper plugs that you need and the pins, so you just crimp on the wires, and then green bottom right, white one over, and then gray there. So hoping it's the same on the other side, and then we'll just give it a shot. So first thing, these little triangle things, these will just these are just clipped in. You just kind of put a flat head behind there, and then you can access your mirror hole. You can sort of get to some of the bolts. These are like manual versions of the mirrors, so we're just getting rid of these to utilize their power function. And then you're gonna come here to the edge of the door panel, which we don't have our lighting above us yet, but they have these little push clips. You push in the center, and then these just pop right out like so. And I believe driver's side might have 3 of them or 2. I thought one side had more than the other, but it looks like this one's only 2 as well. And then there's just bolts on the bottom that you gotta get to, and bolt here. So this is the harder one. May look easy at the start, but you would want a plastic trim tool. So this is going to be a Phillips screw. Just simply take this out. Don't lose your bolt. And then this is where you kind of want a trim tool, and there's these little plastic clips that clip here and here. So you kind of need to, you can pry here and then stick a secondary screwdriver to kind of lift up the inside tabs. See if we can get a good view for you guys. And you just come between here and lift up. And see how it popped loose, and do the same side down here. And then that just pops around the door handle. And then for your window switch, there's a metal tab that you just push in the center. And if you push it in properly, it should just pry up. It's kind of hard to see sometimes. Alright, so you need a second hand to get to it, but you can see there's this little sort of U-shaped clip, so that goes up against the interior. Mine looks like it caught the inside last time I put it together. And then there's a forward clip, so this would basically slide back in like so, and then it angles down and it just clips back in. So pretty simple to get that out. Undo your switch connector, and then it just pops right out like that. And then there's another screw there. So once we get out all the screws, as we showed you, then this just kind of unhinges from the top and pulls right out. Alright, with all these screws out, you see it just kind of flops around, and then the only thing holding it back in is being clipped into the door. So it just lifts up, grab it from wherever you want, and then you just have your door light plug down here, and that's easy. Just unplug right there, And then your door panel is off. So then your stock receptacle here, just like the other side. So we're gonna hope it uses the same pins in the right spots. So we just need to undo this mirror here, and then we should be able to just pop on the other one. Okay, old mirror is off, new one is going in. Obviously you just slide your wires through on the one side. And then once your wires are fed through, you just place it in there. And then you can see, obviously, just line up your holes, put in your bolts, and once you get all that bolted on, you can proceed to pinning on the connector. Okay, mirror bolted on. Obviously, just go to the next. So they give you these pins, and then these just break off the little strip. So you just wiggle them back and forth, and you get your pin off. And then there's a lot of different type of crimpers. This is a MetroPack crimper, so this will slide into the proper slot. You put the wire in, and it crimps it properly. That way you don't want to solder or use any weird butt connectors or anything to chop up, and it'll just work like factory. Okay, and just like the other side, we're gonna put it in. And it's pretty simple to just click in. So let's try to get a better hold on this. So we went green. Missed that. So green just clicks in, white, and you can see just the pins will only go in one way. You just press them in like that. You'll hear the audible click. And then on the bottom of the connector, can't forget to push this pin lock down. You hear that click as well. And then you just plug that in. So if we take our keys, just power up the car, you'll be able to see if we go to the right side and then go right, it's moving right, left is moving left, down there, and up is up. So just match the other side. Again, it's the green on the far right, white one over, and then gray one more over. The other populated pins is these two, and I believe that's for just the power folding. So you don't need that, and then you just reassemble your door panel back the same way it came. Left is working fine. Would be a good time to redo your speakers if you need to at the same time, but we got 3 sets of these mirrors. So you're wondering, oh yeah, one on the R34, but we do still have the S13. So that's currently at body, getting painted. That should be done within a couple weeks, and then we have some more stuff to do on that. So if we look over here, we have a nice R-Tech manifold and a G25 550 turbo. We have both the 0.72 AR and the 0.92 AR housings. We might do a video testing both back to back on the dyno, just to kind of see the gains between the two if you want to help decide what you want on your SR20. And we also have a livery being put on, so we can do a whole video wrapping the car after it's painted and reassembled. But where we got all 3 sets of these mirrors as well was Lucky Labo. I believe he's still running a sale on these. I think 20% off it was. So it's a good pickup to usual. I think retail is like $675 on each set. So 20% off is gonna save you a couple $100. And then also, we're just working on like other projects here. So billet JZ mounts we have prototyped, and maybe putting those into manufacture. And other than that, just taking on customer cars with tuning and build. So if you need something built and you're in the Illinois area, hit us up, we can get you situated.